ready to die. We've been dying a lot of times, so we die. But either we stay free with honor and dignity, or either we die. This is the end of it. I know, I'm talking to you, and my family is in Tripoli. I don't care. If they go, they are not better than the Libyans who they went away. Never mind. But at least one day, they will be in the list of the martyrs, the list of people who've been fighting for Libya. Never mind. But we are not going to say no. We have dignity, we have honor, and we are honest. And we will be like that. He's talking about tribes. Where are the tribes? Where are the Berbers, the Amazigh of Libya? Where are the Tuareg? Where are they? Can he use them? No, and never will use them. He's not using anymore the Air Force for the simple reason that he doesn't trust the Air Force. Because they left Malta and they are jumping with their parachute and let the airplanes fall down in the sea. Why? Because they are fed up. And they will, if he will use again the Libyan pilots, they will fight against him. Now what is happening in Libya is genocide. It's mass killing. I mean, come on. How? I mean, either you are a diabolic man that you stay with this man, or either you are a human being and get out. And that's what we have done. The only thing we are going out and we are joining our people. And we will fight with them. We don't care. We die today, we die tomorrow, we die the day after, but one day Libya will be free. And we say our souls, our blood is sold for Libya.
Well, Juma Al-Gamati is a Libyan writer and researcher, and he joins us now live from London for more on this. Thank you for being with us. Just give us very briefly your perspective on what is happening in Libya. What position are we in now? Is Gaddafi over? Are we likely to see a change of regime any day now?
Absolutely. We are in a state of melt away of Gaddafi's regime. Gaddafi's grip on power is loosening very fast. His power base is eroding. In fact, his power base is almost totally decimated now. Now we're hearing about his daughters trying to flee away. This morning, the pilots who ejected were actually two of them, although, I mean, General Suleiman Mahmoud talked about two pilots ejected with two aeroplanes. And now we also hear that in the city of Garian, 80 kilometers south of Tripoli, the chief of the security barracks there has defected to the people. His name is Abdul Ghani Abu Shagur. So there is a general withering away and melting that is gaining momentum very, very fast.
And the live pictures that we're seeing now are from Derna, and they complement some of the live pictures we showed just a short while ago from Tobruk and from Benghazi, suggesting that perhaps those cities are able now to break what has been a fairly tight stranglehold on media. But what I have to ask you is, even though we've seen, as you say, so many people deserting Gaddafi, and we're beginning to see some pictures of people on the streets, who is there that is still propping up Gaddafi? If everyone is running away from him, who is supporting him that allows him still to be there at this time?
Okay, what's happening is that Gaddafi, his sons and his close aides, mainly from his own tribes, are barracked inside his headquarters in Tripoli, which is a military barrack actually called Bab al-Aziziyah. He also has few other pockets in Tripoli, and he has two types of people. He's got the African mercenaries, which he unleashes on the streets of Tripoli to terrorize the population. He has his revolutionary loyalists, if you like, ideologues. There are about 300 of them being coordinated by somebody called Salah Ibrahim from another pocket in Tripoli, and these are really the few hundred people who are still with him. He also controls the airbase.
So how could a few hundred people stand up to all these thousands?
Well, they're not standing up to a few thousand. Remember, everything outside Tripoli is almost free of Gaddafi's control. Yeah, that is the news we are getting regularly, when we're getting regular updates.
All right.
Within Tripoli itself, Tripoli is a very populated city with 2 million, and people have tried over the last few days to come out with tens of thousands to demonstrate. But what he's doing is he's unleashing these thousands of African mercenaries driving down in jeeps with machine guns, and they are shooting indiscriminately and killing people. So that has made the population somewhat stay low and stay within their houses. And also he's using his revolutionary loyalists to just drive around the center of Tripoli, which is called the the Green Square to show, with a propaganda stunt, to show that there are some loyal people to him. These are the only things that he's still controlling.
All right.
It is true that he is terrorizing the population of Tripoli, but outside Tripoli, he has no control whatsoever.
Now, we mentioned this story about his daughter attempting to get into Malta. And I guess one of the interesting questions with regards to this is not necessarily why she should decide to flee, but shouldn't the international community be allowing members of his family to actually leave the country? Wouldn't it actually be helping him to find a way out if we granted asylum to some of these family members and allowed them some degree of protection?
Well, we know for a fact, I think, from our own sources, that his wife and her sister have left for Germany about maybe 10 days ago, and now his daughter is trying to flee to Malta. Personally, you know, I'm a Libyan, I know Libyan society very well. Personally, we never hold any grudges against women and daughters and things. Even if she stayed in Tripoli, in Libya, I would hazard a guess that actually I'll be quite confident that she will not come to any harm. I think his sons are in a very precarious position. I think his sons are very close to him now inside the barrack, and I think they will either try to escape or maybe they will come to grave harm. The same for Gaddafi. But you know, I have no personal feeling about whether his daughter flees or stays within. I think even if she stays in Libya, I would advocate that she should not come to any harm whatsoever.
All right.
However, if she has embezzled money or abused power, then we should have some sort of a judicial system that will probably deal with that in the future.
Juma Al-Ghamati in London, thank you for talking to us. Now we have correspondents across the region covering this story. Nazanin Moshiri is at Ras Adjir on the Tunisia-Libya border. First, let's hear from Jamal El-Shail, who's also on the border, but this time on the Egyptian side.
Thousands have come through this crossing, fleeing the violence racking Libya. They've taken as much as they can carry: televisions, refrigerators and washing machines. They don't know when it will be safe for them to return. They also brought with them horrific tales of mercenaries, airstrikes and bloodshed.
We do not know where they're coming from. They're not Libyans. They're African mercenaries. They're shooting people randomly. These people are trying to protect themselves from these mercenaries in places like Tobruk, Benghazi, Al-Baida and Drana.
Mobile hospitals have been set up to help those injured in the violence. Ambulances wait to take people for treatment, although facilities here are basic at best. So far, only Egyptians have been let through and a handful of Libyans. Reports are thousands remain injured on the other side of the border. Volunteers and charities have organized several convoys. Some have already made it into Libya, bringing much-needed medical equipment. There is also a severe shortage of blood, so they're carrying thousands of liters with them too.
The administration of the medical affairs in Matruh supported us with a crew of physicians. We prepared the intensive care unit for any emergencies coming from Libya. The unit is ready for anything, even for open-heart surgery, and the army has prepared a hospital near the port.
Both those going in and coming out are calling for help from the international community. Many feel that the plight of the Libyan people is being deliberately ignored and want